Hello, my name is Mary Niu. I'm a sophomore in construction engineering and management. And my summer of 2025, I interned with Walsh Construction on the I-270 Chain of Rocks project. So just getting started was the basic overview of the project. The Chain of Rocks project is located in Illinois. It connects both Missouri and Illinois side over the Mississippi River. So with that being said, this is definitely a unique project because most of our work are being done on water. So when I was there on the project, the team was working on the eastbound bridge. Prior to my time, they had opened up the westbound bridge. So when I was there, they're kind of in the middle phase of the overall construction of the bridge. So some of that duty and stages to construct the bridge was happening at the same time. This includes demolition of the old bridge because this is a reconstruction job. Um, Pin pile drilling for the new bridge to come in, and concrete pours, which is what I was involved with mainly. And after I left, the girders and bridge decks was being put in. So during the time I was there, um, I was put as a project engineer, intern project engineer with the carpenters. So a lot of my main duties includes working with subcontract work and documentation and concrete pour monitoring. So when I first got on the job, things kind of started really slowly because other things need to happen for the carpenter to do their main job of pouring concrete, of the concrete pours. So at that time, I was working with a lot of work plans, scheduling, and kind of just talking with the crew to have a good understanding of what's going on and what I need to do and know for the future jobs I was given. And a lot of the other um, and some the other duties I was giving throughout the internship experience would include material sourcing, allocation, documentation, and collecting equipment hours and collecting concrete orders and a lot of the calculation involved with it. So some of the interesting tasks I found was our pour days. So concrete pouring is really important for a bridge work. Um, our carpenter crew work with transfer beam pours and column pours. So like I said before, this is definitely a unique project because everything is on water. So how concrete pour works is that we have these giant barges and we would put these buckets on these barges and we will have concrete trucks coming in and concrete pumps on land to pump into these buckets. And these buckets will be shipped kind of to whichever location we need, and then we will have a crane to pick it and lift it up, and our crew will work on that. So it's definitely a process. So timing and calculation is very crucial for our job. We have had a lot of times where the timing wasn't right or the concrete truck arrived really late. So our concrete was really not workable. We have situations where people have to hammer down the bucket and we just know that it wouldn't work, so we have to ship it back. Every time we do that, it lost time and cost. So we would so calculation and monitoring is definitely really important. So as that being said, my job mainly was to stay with the crew, kind of communicate with my manager of what's going on, and communicate with people on land of what we need to adjust to accommodate these changes. Um, I have learned a lot with communication, just knowing how to communicate with these workers and not being afraid to ask questions or make suggestions. Other interesting task is material sourcing. I was put on to find our material from the past phase to use for our future phases. So um, it is really important to kind of keep track of these things because things were taken down and a lot of things are lost in water. So we kind of need to have a big idea of what we have to estimate what we need in the future. So I was being put on that job and I was able to create a Excel sheet that kind of sums up what I found and the cost that we need. So some of my other duties include kind of just general measuring of requirements and equipment hour collection, like I said, and other documentation duties. So I have a lot of favorite parts for this job. I think I honestly enjoy it every day. I really enjoy driving our company truck onto the job site every day and learning with the team and I had a really good experience with this internship. And thank you guys for watching.